Barrister Mbeseha, so much twist to all of this. I listened to your interview yesterday, and I could also understand why you could suggest that Amazonians could just stand in solidarity and sympathize with La Republic de Cameroon. I mean, one of the major issues, aside the electoral fraud that we've talked about, is the fact that most of the persons, French Cameroonians, would have to wait for at least 15 days, right? 15 days before they can get the results of the votes they casted yesterday. That sounds like holding on to a lot of patience. And from reports and research, we also found out that this is the longest in African histories. After most African nations have 2, 3 days, 4, 5, 6. I think the highest is 7, and that is even rare. Think is one of the Congos. It's even rare. But here, Cameroonians would have to wait for 15 days. All of this might just be a way of manipulating and rewriting these electoral results. But you've been there earlier, and you can tell us more.
Well, I think what is happening in Cameroon, based on the own electoral laws, they are behaving like, I don't know, you're so young, you will not understand the example I want to give. We went to primary school, one. There was no nursery school, we were too young, this was far away. You had to go straight to class one. And then how to come 10. They were actually go and cut pieces of sticks. And the classroom, the teacher would take one and say one. All of you will say one. You put it down. Take two or pick small, small stones for you to know how to count from 1 to 10. That was in the 50s and the 60s. Today, even in the most remote school in Amazonia or anywhere else in the world, they no longer cut sticks to do that. They have calculators. They have modern technology that they can count with. And so it's like asking a child today to abandon the small calculator, abandon the tablet, and go back to cut broomsticks to learn how to count from 1 to 10. That will not happen. Technology has overtaken the place. They can think that they will wait for 1 week, 2 weeks, even 1 month. It will not change much. What you and me are saying right here, I'm in the United States, we're far away from the country. But we saw the figures live. Just because we have a laptop, just because we have just because we have access to the internet, those things were totally absent. But we must not forget that what is going on in Cameroon right now, Cameroon is trying to transition from a dictatorship to a democracy. What is a dictatorship? A dictatorship is a rule of the powerful. They tell you what to do. They dictate it to you. If you don't do it, they beat you up. They force it onto you by force. That is dictatorship. If you want to transition from that to democracy, you have to learn the act of the trade. Dictators don't give up power because they want to give. They have to give up power because they are defeated, both physically and intellectually. They come to you with force, you fight them with force. And I can give you, just watching from here, watching what is going on there. In the last segment, you showed a vehicle burning on fire. That was, I think, in Garawa. That is the home to Issa Chiroma. Why was the car burning? You remember the day before the election started, the Minister of Territorial Administration issued orders. Nobody will declare the results in from the polling station. If you do this, we will catch you and lock you up in your heads, wherever in the world. And it has been projected that Issa Chiroma would win. He comes from Garawa. Issa Chiroma went to vote like any other person. On his return to his house, the police stopped him. They thought they could just question him anyhow or adopt him. The people came out and said, no, you know this guy. What are you questioning him for? You're trying to adopt him. They chased away the police, took away Issa Chiroma to his house and said, enter your house. And then they went back and taught the police who were there a lesson. That car burning, that truck burning is a police truck. that come to station in near Mr. Chiroma's house. They are not even open fire. The population burnt that nonsense. They did not just burn it, they killed of those people inside there and say force for force. What did Yawande do? They realized that the Issa Chiroma supporters could as well be violent in order to respond to their own violence. They simply withdrew. They didn't even open fire anymore. They simply ordered their troops to withdraw from Issa Chiroma's house. And this morning, Issa Chiroma came. I listened to his own voice. He said, "This is me, Issa Chiroma. People are threatening to arrest me from the territorial administration and everywhere. This is me. I'm in my house. I'm safe. If you want to arrest me, come and arrest me right now because I won the election." And he said to Atanganji, "If you don't know the meaning of Chiroma, go find out what Chiroma means in Hausa." That's a guy confronting the arm by arm. They have lost their own people. They have not even killed a single supporter of Issa Chiroma. But his supporters realized that they would kill him. They took on the, the advantage. They took the country on and then they killed them. They burned their cars and they withdrew. That's a transition from democracy, from dictatorship to democracy. No dictatorship years quietly because they have survived on violence. They have survived on the fact that they found a Sisiku somewhere in Nigeria drinking a beer in a hotel. Far away from their own country, they will come and capture you and lock you up. They have survived on those sort of things. That they will go to Batibo, they will go to somewhere, they see some women in Garbo, say they don't support or they shoot and kill you with their children, and you keep quiet. No, that era is gone. They can keep the results for 6 months. Right now, I think the actors there know the results very, very well. They have the details. Thanks to modernity, thanks to the same gazette, which Cameroon cannot claim ownership of them. Anybody with an Android phone could take the pictures, and they have been taking the pictures. Anybody with an Android phone can take the numbers and say 2 plus 2 is 4, and they are taking it. So that is what it is. I think Yaoundé is overtaken by a technology. They are overwhelmed. They don't even know how to do it. And that is understandable because the bulk of the people who are running the Yaoundé administration, they are so old. If you carry a computer and put before Mr. Paul Biya, all senior officials of Elecam, a software and the rest, they will not even know, they cannot discover the keyboard. They don't know how to type that thing. And they are trying to run a modern election. How? It's just not possible. So we are getting people who are dead. It's like getting a 90-year-old man, giving him a younger and thinking that he's going to have twins or triplets with the guy. You're wasting your time. And so that is what it is. We think that our neighbors, the Cameroonese, they have learned a lot. If there's something they have not gotten, we're still prepared to teach them. We have the best experts as Amazonians who can help them in all the expertise that they need. And so we just pray for them. We hope that we'll get a fair election in their place. We hope that we'll get the leaders that they deserve, which leaders will be able to engage us and get the results that they want. What results do they want? They want peace. What result do they want? They want to live as neighbors. They have nothing to benefit by swallowing somebody else. That's what it is. Over to you.
All right, thank you so much, Barrister. That's what it is. Well, the week is still young, and we anticipate a whole lot of reports that will still emanate from the home front. The world is anxious. Everyone is excited. People want to really know what would be the outcome of neighboring French Cameroons. And as always, I'm very hopeful that you will be at the other end to give us your thoughts on any of the reports we bring up here. This is where I will let you go, hoping to see you tomorrow for another episode as we bring all of the stories at the front burner.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.